Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 32 of the Tim Tebow Dynasty. We only got 3 games left in the season, and today we're taking on the 4-8-1 New Orleans Saints. Coming into the game, we are 11-2 with the top offense in the league. We are second in passing yards, fourth in rushing yards, and putting up the most points in the league with 36 points per game. The Saints defense, on the other hand, is one of the worst defenses in the league. They are 26th in total yards given up, 16th against the pass, 29th against the rush, and they're giving up 25 points per game. So expect us to run a lot.
For a gain of about 5.
The Saints defense is led by strong safety Kenny Vaccaro, the 15th pick in the 2013 draft, who wasn't necessarily a bust, but he just didn't live up to expectations of being a first-round pick, because after a few seasons on the Saints, he ended up going to the Titans on a 1-year deal after injuries. So I would say that Madden rates him better than he really was in real life. So hopefully we can expose him for that. A few other good players on the Saints defense is their defensive end, Cameron Jordan, who Madden has as a 76. Their corners, Jabari Greer, who's an 86, and Kenyon Lewis, who's an 82. So not really too much to have to worry about. So, and right as I say that, I throw an interception to cornerback Lewis, who made a really good play. My guy was wide open, and he just read the ball apparently as it was in the air. And we'll be continuing to call 5 straight running plays after every interception thrown. So hopefully I don't throw any more this game. Because, again, Maurice Jones-Drew is out with injury, so that leaves us with just Justin Forsett and Denard Robinson at running back. In our last episode, I mentioned how there could be up to 11 teams looking for a quarterback this offseason if I hit free agency. Well, the Bengals are no longer on that list as they have re-signed their starting quarterback, Andy Dalton. They gave him a 5-year, $47.6 million contract, which is only $2.4 million less than the Jaguars offered me. And Andy Dalton's never won an MVP, so I would say I made the right decision turning down that contract. The Jaguars lowballed me with their offer. I thought if I turned it down, they would offer me a new one. But I guess not. So if they're going to hit me with a franchise tag, that's up to them. But I'd rather go into free agency and see what I'm worth. Because like I said, out of the 14 available weeks for AFC Player of the Week, I've won 11. I'm number 1 in the MVP race right now. So I could win back-to-back MVPs. So a lowball offer like that, not acceptable. If they would have offered me like a 5-year, $100 million contract, which would be $20 million a year, which is slightly more than Cam Newton got, I would have accepted. But I wasn't really looking for that 7-year contract. A 5-year was fine.
That reception gave them the first down. Looking for an open receiver on the right. He's brought down at the 23-yard line.
And we open up the spacing of the field by hitting 2 big completions to Justin Blackmon.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. No one in sight has the grab.
Coming into the game, rookie Zach Neal was just 27 catches away from breaking Anquan Bolden's rookie season record of 101 total season catches. So every catch really helps. So if you see me throwing it to him a lot, I'm trying to get him that record. The issue is that he's still 5th on the depth chart when he should be 3rd or 4th.
Second and goal from the 5. Looking across the middle. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
With that catch, Zach Neal now has 9 touchdowns for the season. He's only 25 catches away from breaking the record. Pretty good start to this game.
Lewis is shipped deflected from tight end to a receiver in the slot. Looking to scramble. That pass well defended.
The defense read that play perfectly, and I had to throw the ball away instead of just taking a sack. We're already at 80 sacks for the season. Not very good.
Failing to complete that one. So second down here. Tackle down at the 42-yard line.
One thing I like about Justin Forsett and Denard Robinson that Maurice Jones-Drew doesn't bring to the game is that they're really good at catching the ball out of the backfield. Maurice Jones-Drew for the season ended up with 13 total catches, which wasn't great, about one per game, while Justin Forsett and Denard Robinson have a total of 28 together.
The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker. The Jaguars at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. The quarterback will hand it off, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Well, it's always about risk and reward. It is a risk to go for it on fourth down. When you pick it up, you feel like a genius, don't you?
Lewis in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap. Tebow firing it way down the field. Hawked into promised land. Touchdown.
Something that the Saints did in the offseason was they drafted a free safety in the first round who happened to be 70 overall with the Knights pick. And then with the Knights pick in the second round, they drafted another free safety who was a 76 and their starter. So, to me, that's really weird. Why would you take two back-to-back free safeties when you can only play one, knowing that one of them is going to be a waste of space on your team? Yes, I know it's a similar complaint to people complaining that the computer will sometimes draft a quarterback in the first round in back-to-back seasons. Well, this is kind of different because it's taken the same position in the first and second round when only one guy can start. So that really doesn't make sense to me. You don't see that in real life. You do sometimes see teams take quarterbacks back-to-back years, but not this.
Lewis moved from the tight end position to the slot.
I mentioned at the beginning of the year that I wanted to get Mercedes Lewis involved in our passing game. Well, I haven't lived up to those expectations because so far, with only 2 games left after this one, he only has 44 catches for 464 yards and 5 touchdowns. So unless he has monster games in the last 2 games, which isn't likely, he's going to have a disappointing season for us.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Tebow's going to take it from the gun. He has the grab. Tackled at the 20.
Well, I guess the only good thing you can say.
I guess maybe I focused too much on getting the rookie Zach Meeil involved in our passing game too much because another receiver that fell to the wayside was Golden Tate. For the season after this game, he ends up with 43 catches for 782 yards and 10 touchdowns. Not as many catches as I'd like him to have, but he still has 2 games to hopefully make up some of that ground, get him closer to 60. I'm pretty sure I just messed up. I think I meant to say after this game for the season, he will have 43 receptions. Not for this game he has 43 receptions. Just ignore that part and know what I meant.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Lewis is moved from the tight end position to the slot. Challenging the defenders to the right side. Gain of 8. Mounting a serious drive. And he's thrown to the ground. Defense now signaling.
4th and 11 after that sack. I think I'll go for it. I like my odds.
Nickel formation for the defense here. Tebow standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Failed to pick up the first down, and they'll give the
And
ball
I scramble
back to the other
and
side.
come up about 2 to 3 yards short of the first down, and we turn the ball over.
The Jaguars with an empty backfield.
Our defense gets us the ball back with 1:13 left in the first half and 2 timeouts. Hopefully we can capitalize.
The best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
All right, so here the Saints are going to call a blitz. We're going to try working on our deep throwing accuracy. We hit a pretty nice one earlier to Ace Sanders on play action. So here we're going to try hitting Justin Blackman on a nice deep throw where he's wide open.
Got to take advantage of
First down, offense readying for
And with that touchdown to Justin Blackman, we now have 100 career touchdowns for Tim Tebow. Another big game by Justin Blackman puts us right back into the red zone.
long throw down the field for the big completion.
They'll take the snap from inside the red zone. A week ago, they had a lot of success inside the 20. The Jaguars call a timeout here. They have 0.
All right, so after halftime, because we kicked a field goal, we're up 23-0. Pretty good game. Hopefully we can continue that momentum into the second half, and our defense continue their shutout.
Offense lines up here. Tebow's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Throws the pass. They bring him down at the 41-yard line.
And after this game, we only have 2 more on the season before the playoffs. We're already guaranteed our division, so there's no real incentive for us to try forcing wins in those last 2 games. So what I can focus on is padding some of these guys' stats, making some of their guys who's had a bad season, their season look better. So I'll let you guys decide in the comments, who do you think I should either get more carries or throws to? Or a fun idea would be to see if I could break Peyton Manning's 2013 touchdown record, where he's threw 55. Right now I'm at 51 with 2 games left. So there's a good shot I could break it. But do I want to focus on that, or do I want to focus on getting either like Ace Sanders or Denard Robinson some better numbers for their season?
There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
Now inside.
So unfortunately, I have some bad, but also good news. I didn't reach my goal that I set at the beginning of the season of eliminating my turnovers, because I'm still at 24 interceptions this year. But the good news is I didn't reach the 33 I threw last year, unless I throw 9 in these last 2 games. So
After the completion, he'll fire it out to the left. Rocks him with that hit, and the ball's going to fall.
So I would say going from 33 to 24 interceptions is improvement. Hopefully next year we can continue to cut that down, even if we are on a new team.
It appears this is just a minor injury, so he'll be back on the field here in short order.
Touchdown, Jacksonville Jags.
All right, so we get the ball back 30-7. Our defense finally gave up some points this game. Hopefully we can score again.
Here's the running play. Off tackle. That brings the play to an end.
One thing I didn't think about is that in Madden, teams rarely carry more than 5 receivers. And with Cole Beasley coming back, if they do resign him, that we would have 6 receivers next year. So that means somebody is most likely not going to be coming back. I don't know if it's going to be Cole Beasley or Griff Whalen, but if it's Zach Meow, I'm definitely asking for a release if they put the franchise tag on me. All right, so Justin Forsett missed his hole and decided to keep running to the outside for some reason, but we should have got a first down there, so we're going for it on 4th and 1. Call a run with my fullback, and he does not pick up the 1 yard he needed. He literally probably could have just dove for it. I did mention at the beginning of the season that last year, after breaking Lamar Jackson's rushing yards by a quarterback in a season, that this year I might try to break Cam Newton's rush touchdowns for a season by a quarterback. Well, right now with 2 games left, I'm about 4 short, so I can do 2 a game. I don't think that's very likely, so I think I'm going to have to just skip trying to force that record right there. My offensive line continues to struggle, giving up back-to-back sacks. We're going to have to punt it here. And the Saints scored and got the 2-point conversion, so now they're only down by 15. For the day, Justin Blackmon now has 5 catches for 175 yards. Pretty good. He's one of the best receivers in the AFC, and right now is a Pro Bowler, so pretty good season for Justin Blackmon. And with that catch, looks like Justin Blackmon just got hurt. So,
that is an upper body injury. Hope it's not severe. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
That long gain sets
and for the season, Justin Blackmon is leading the league with 18 receiving touchdowns. Pretty nice. Pretty nice season for him.
He gets to the receiver just as the football is getting there and makes the hit, knocks that football loose.
Tebow standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And he's brought down by David Hawthorne. Lewis out wide on the left. Throws to the right. The Jaguars get a first down.
Was the multiple defenders that I named at the beginning of the game on the Saints team that I was worried about in their secondary, I'm actually having a pretty good game. I thought that they would limit my passing, but we're over 400 yards now, so.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. 2nd down and 5. Looking for an open receiver. Jacksonville is in for the score. Touchdown.
I know I don't really talk about the other players in the league or the other teams unless I'm facing them, but I would like to point out that Adrian Peterson is at 1,892 yards and 12 touchdowns with 2 games left. So in Madden right now, he's about to get his second 2,000-yard rushing season.
They've got a first down now after that catch. They'll run it. Here's the handoff.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards.
And if you made it this far into the video and you're looking for one of my classic comedic ads that I like to do, there's done this episode. I'm not going to talk about eating paper. I'm not going to talk about eating crayons. What I will do is mention that I do a Tuesday and Friday movie podcast on the From the Fleet YouTube channel that you could also catch on Spotify.
Wide receivers are bunched up. 2nd and 7. Here's the quick toss to the running back.
We recently just talked about all the DCEU movies that led up to Wonder Woman 1984, which I enjoyed. You can catch all of those on that channel and on Spotify. Which leads us to the Justice League Snyder Cut release, which we'll also be covering, and I'm pretty excited for it. I'm a big Superman fan. I really like what Zack Snyder does with Superman, so can't wait to see what he does with Justice League.
The Jaguars come to the line with a bunch set. Throws it incomplete into double coverage.
Again, my offensive line continues to struggle even when we're having blowouts. So, if you're surprised by that, I don't know why. It happens almost every game. We've had like 2 games all season where we had 0 sacks.
It's really simple. Keep your eyes on the football. When they're not on it, that's when you drop it, and that's what happened that time.
They set up the I formation. It goes to the tailback.
And that time on 4th and inches, I don't trust my fullback. So, let Justin Forsett have a go at it, and he gets it. So, should have done that earlier in the game.
Concussions are just part of the game, and I hope he's okay. Well, the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
Right now, I'm trying to score, but I'm also trying to run out this clock because the game's over with. They're not even calling timeouts to stop us.
Receivers in a bunch formation, and he's going to be brought down. What a play! Snickers is the proud sponsor.
I rewatched that play a couple times. I don't really see anybody open until the last minute, where I didn't have time to throw it to him anyways. So, I guess taking the sack was the right move. Maybe I should have thrown it away.
The offensive coordinator's done a great job of calling plays, backed up, bad field position. Now they're down inside.
Justin Blackmon does what he's been doing all season, picking up big yards when we need him. Yeah, I know I had a guy open in the end zone, but I was trying to get one of those rushing touchdowns that I mentioned. Didn't work. Probably should have thrown it.
This long drive continues. Trying to make something happen. The defense gets a sack. The Jaguars signal for a timeout.
Again, I'm trying to run it in, and I screwed up that time by losing a bunch of yards.
The long drive continues. Tebow's back in shotgun formation. The Jaguars face 4th down, but want to take a timeout before they snap the football.
We've won the game, so why waste time kicking a field goal when I'm either going to pick up the first down or I'm not.
Formation here on defense. Touchdown, Jacksonville Jaguars. Come to an end. Phil, before we go, how about this win? How much will this one count?
You know, Jim, all wins are nice. This one was done easy.
And that ends a blowout, 44-15 against the Saints. We got 2 games left. Hope you enjoy them. Because then we'll be in the playoffs, where the real work begins. This year we're trying to get to the Super Bowl and win. Force the Jaguars to pay us. With over 500 passing yards and 5 passing touchdowns, I won the AFC Player of the Week yet again. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And check out one of our other videos. Or go check out the podcast on From the Fleet.